Audio test, 1, 2, check, check. Skidmore, St. Lawrence. Starting in just a minute. Oh, once again, testing audio, 1, 2. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. It's been a little while, but we are back at Williamson Athletic Center on the campus of Skidmore College in beautiful downtown Saratoga Springs. Voice of the Thoroughbreds, Chris McSwiggan, here with you, and it has been about 20 days, give or take. Last time we were in this gymnasium, it was against RPI back on February 2nd. Skidmore has since played 4 road games, Ithaca Bard, Hobart William Smith, and RIT. Since then, they come back now for, I don't want to call it graduation weekend, but it is senior weekend for a lot of these players. A lot of those festivities will be tomorrow. Tonight, it is Skidmore and St. Lawrence. They are, at least on the women's side anyway, the 4 seed and the 5 seed. Skidmore comes into this game 12 and 11 overall. Product of that was their ridiculously hard non-conference schedule that really got them ready and battle-tested for, the grind that always is the Liberty League Conference. They're 10-6 in conference play, and Skidmore is coming off of a 3-game winning streak here. As you look, their last 3 games, they beat Bard, William Smith, and RIT in consecutive nights. Now they got St. Lawrence who comes in. St. Lawrence is the 5 seed. They're also firmly in the conference tournament as of right now. They have a little bit better of an overall record, 15-8. They're 9-7 in conference play. They're on a 1-game winning streak. They won 2, then they lost 1, and then won in overtime a few nights ago against Union. Skidmore is going to be in this game in their greens here today. They will wear white tomorrow against Clarkson for their senior day festivities. So St. Lawrence will be in white, which will be unusual to see unless you're used to how the Liberty League does their doubleheaders. The road team usually wears their home jerseys on the first night of the 2. So if you're used to that, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you're not, well, now you know. Skidmore overall against St. Lawrence really has not, they've not had a great deal of success. This Skidmore team, at least on the women's side anyway, is 17-27 overall against the Saints. However, they have won their last 5. They are 5-5 in their last 10. So it was the Saints that were on a 5-game winning streak before that, and then it was Skidmore winning the last 5 all the way from December of 22 up until when they played last year in December. Well, it was this season, but it was last year, December, when they won 63-38 in that game. Skidmore absolutely dominated that contest up in Canton, looking to do so again here today to really solidify their spot in the conference tournament under first-year head coach David Bostic. About 6 minutes to go here as the two teams are getting set for Liberty League action. Skidmore has the size advantage yet again, but they are still missing their tallest player, and that is 6'1" Audrey Bowen, the sophomore from Amherst, Mass. Back in January, I believe it was, there was the back in the RIT game in January, she actually tore her ACL. So she's going to be out, obviously, the remainder of this season. Any kind of postseason that they may have, she'll be out for that. But we're optimistic that she will be here to start the beginning of next season. For St. Lawrence, they come into this game kind of needing it. It's not a make or break game for them, but they do have RPI tomorrow. Now, if you look at the standings in the Liberty League women's basketball, right now the first seed is Ithaca, Vassar is the second, RIT third, Skidmore fourth, St. Lawrence fifth, Union sixth, RPI seventh, and then Clarkson, who we'll see tomorrow, down in eighth. Two teams don't make it right now. That's going to be William Smith and Barth. So all of those teams that I had listed in the top 8 look like they're going to get in. RPI needs that game tomorrow a little bit more for seeding. If St. Lawrence loses this game, they're 9-7 in conference. Really not in contention to drop too far. They did just beat Union the other night. If Union does win here today and St. Lawrence loses, they can flip-flop that for the 5th and 6th seed. But St. Lawrence still, even with a loss here tonight, if they do lose, they will still firmly be in contention for what they're looking to do, and that's make the conference tournament. So about 4 minutes to go here, and we're going to take you courtside for the starting lineup and national anthem in just a few. As again, the final 2 home games of the year for Skidmore's. It does not look like they're going to be hosting any Liberty tournament games unless something drastic happens, but it looks like right now all the games are going to be played either out in Ithaca at Ben Light Gymnasium or down in Poughkeepsie at Vassar, depending on who gets that 1 seed. So we will keep you guys all posted on that. Obviously, it'll be on SkidmoreAthletics.com as well as we get set for a day-night doubleheader here. 5:30 tip-off of the women's game, 7:30 men's game. St. Lawrence, Skidmore, coming up right after this. All right, under a minute to go here. And again, we are going to take you courtside for the starting lineups and national anthem. Again, voice of the Thoroughbreds, Chris McSwiggan here with you. Final 2 home games of the year, and boy, it has flown by. Felt like it was just tip-off weekend just a short time ago. And, well, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it wasn't all that long. It was back in November, but, boy, it does not feel like we're at the point where the season's coming to an end yet, but that is what is happening here, is both these two teams getting set to kind of volley for position a little bit. St. Lawrence with a chance to build on their tournament resume. Skidmore with a chance to sit firm at that 4 spot, with Clarkson coming in here tomorrow. And again, it is going to be the starting lineups and national anthem right after this.
Before we commence with tonight's starting lineups, we ask you to please stand and join us as we honor America with the presentation of our national anthem.
All right, and starting first for your St. Lawrence Saints. Kalen McKinley, Jr., 5'7", from West End, North Carolina. It'll be number 10, Elizabeth Flynn, the sophomore, 5'10", forward from Brentwood, Tennessee. Number 12, Hannah Van Dyke, the junior, 5'10", guard from Southwick, Mass. Number 22, Jackie Malley, junior, 5'8", guard from Reading, Mass. And number 30, Nora Nies. Nora Nice. Okay, Nora Nice. Again, 5'8", from Greenwich, New York. So local, right around the corner. As Becca Horger is going to get the nod here for the Thoroughbreds, as well as Madison Meyer. Claudia Schneider is going to anchor down that middle. Sarah Chambers, and wouldn't be surprised to see it's Cassie Davidson here, and it is. So starting lineup remains the same that we've seen here for the last couple of games for the Thoroughbreds. And, you know, this Skidmore defense, they are a defensive team. I know that Coach Bostic is a offensive-minded head coach, and he loves to, let these ladies get out and shoot, and open up their comfort zone and expand upon that a little bit offensively, is what he was telling me earlier on in the season. But they are still a defensive team at heart, and this is a Skidmore team that held St. Lawrence to their lowest point total of the season back when they played. Again, Skidmore got that win over St. Lawrence way back on December 7th. That was a 63-38 Thoroughbred win. And again, 38 was far and away the lowest point total for the St. Lawrence team. Skidmore has since implemented a press defense that has really been working wonders ever since it was done to them by NYU. They have really perfected that press, and it's been causing fits for a lot of teams in this conference. Expect to see a little bit more of that today, as it's going to be Hannah Van Dyke. She is jumping against Claudia Schneider to get things going here. And we are underway on senior weekend, game 1 of the 2-day doubleheader. And it'll be Becca Horger walking things up. Right side over to Madison Meyer. Meyer's going to stutter step and get met out there with very good defense by Van Dyke. Van Dyke looks across, tries to find Kaylin McCarney, and it went off her hands, out of bounds, as she put a hand out in the passing lane there. That was intended for Sarah Chambers, but McCarney with the quick hands. But it will stay here with the Thoroughbreds as flying into the lane. Madison Meyer up and out as it rolled around the rim and off, but the rebound comes down to the Thoroughbreds, so it stays here. 9:32 just underway. Becca Horger wants 3, leaves it short, and the attempt on the save by Davidson is not there. So she tried to save it. She flew all the way into the student section along the back wall, but not able to save it. So 0-0 here. Skidmore gets 2 cracks at it, can't get it to go. St. Lawrence with their first shot, and there's that press we were talking about as they trap in the corner. Nowhere to go with it is Nora Neese, and it's stolen away from her. Madison Meyer with the quick hands, and Neese had nowhere to go with it. Didn't want to blow a timeout that early. As Coach Dan Rogier in his 16th season here has seen all sorts of different presses, but this one's got a little bit more viciousness to it. As it will stay here, ball went out of bounds after the steal from Meyer and then off the foot of Jackie Malley. So it will stay here, still 0-0 game, almost a minute in, as Davidson looks to change that, missed the layup, gets her own rebound, puts it up, side rim and off, but she's fouled. Boy, neither team can buy a bucket early, but Skidmore with a chance to earn 2 at the charity stripe for the first 2 of this game. As Jackie Malley, again the junior from Reading, Mass, gets her first foul of the game here, and first free throw of the game is good. Also the first point of the game goes to Cassie Davidson, and she's got another one coming. Second shot is money. So a 2-0 Skidmore lead here. Again, they are going to run that tenacious full court press. McCarney tries to get it in. Close to that 5-second rule, but she does end up getting it in. That's Malley with the catch. Malley back to McCarney. Finally, St. Lawrence is over the half-court stripe now. So they're going to get it to Van Dyke. Van Dyke around the corner here to Neese. Neese back to McCarney. And they're going to work around the perimeter. Skidmore not letting them get anywhere close to inside as the shot dies on the side of the rim for Elizabeth Flynn. And it goes off the ankle of Sarah Chambers out of bounds. So it will be a fresh shot clock here. 8:48 to go. 2-0 Thoroughbred lead. And they get it in. That's poked away. And it'll be Skidmore ball. So another St. Lawrence turnover here. Davidson sets her feet. Wants 3. Give her 3. Davidson's got the first 5 of the game here. For the Thoroughbreds, it's a 5-0 lead. And again, they try to break this press. And they do. As a good weave drill that time for the Saints, and it'll be a jump ball inside and stays here with the Saints as, again, they broke it. Malley had to go up and get it. Was able to look down into the direction of Van Dyke, who had it ripped away from her and the jump ball. So we'll stay here because, again, the Thoroughbreds started off with possession. They get it in Nora Neese. Neese looks to Van Dyke, who has it poked away from her. So another St. Lawrence turnover early here, and Skidmore looking to add to this lead. Madison Meyer cleans it up, puts it home, 7-0, and Coach Rogier wants a timeout off the missed 3. Madison Meyer was there for the cleanup, laid it up with the left, and Skidmore out of the gates hot here to start. So the Saints try to get the ball in again here. Again, that press trap in the corner. They do get it over the half-court stripe, though. That's Malley. Malley looks corner, now gets it back. As Nora Neese is there. Neese down low to Malley. Malley looks inside to Elizabeth Flynn, who puts it up and off the glass. First two of the game here for the Saints. And that was good ball movement for St. Lawrence. They broke the press. They worked it around the perimeter and found the open shot inside. So 7-2 here. About 7:30 to play. Davidson wants another three. This one a little bit too strong. And rebound down to Kaylin McCarney. And again down the floor come the Saints. McCarney tries to drive, kicks it out. Malley driving baseline and gets fouled. She got bumped, tried to create separation here along the baseline. Took her from the wing and tried to drive, and Sarah Chambers stepped in front. Nicole Jeffrey is a graduate student here on this team. Other than that, I'm looking at the roster. I don't really see any seniors on this team. A very young St. Lawrence squad. And tomorrow we're going to see a completely different scenario, as a good majority of the Skidmore team is seniors. I have a lot of new faces in here next year. And they'll go from one of the most experienced teams in this conference to one of, if not the youngest team in the conference next season. As first free throw is up and good for Elizabeth Flynn. So she's got three now. Again, the score is both by two players. All 7 from Davidson, and now all 4 from Flynn. And it's 7-4 the count. As Holger walks it up. Holger thought about the three, now finds that is Schneider in the corner. Over to Meyer. Meyer inside Chambers. Chambers drives the lane off the glass and scores. So now 2 players on the board here for the Thoroughbreds, and they run this press again. And it's doing exactly what it's designed to do here, causing fits for St. Lawrence. They do break this one, though. 3 in the corner. Didn't set her feet, didn't need to. As Elizabeth Flynn made the pass to the corner, Nora Neese, and she scores. So Neese on the board here with her first 3. Again, the Greenwich, New York product. About 15 or so minutes from where we sit right now. As is the drive. Chambers off the glass with the left. No. Slapped out of there and into the hands of Van Dyke. Now they're going to back off on this press and try to set up defensively. Again, it's 9-7 after a 7-0 lead. St. Lawrence on a bit of a run here and can take the lead from the corner. A little bit too strong as Van Dyke had a good look at it. But it will be Thoroughbred ball coming back the other way. Again, they are coming from right to left on your screen or on your radio, wherever you may be listening. Chambers wants 3. That one rattled out. Boy, halfway down for Sarah Chambers that time. Skidmore's gone cold all of a sudden. That shot is up, back rim, no. Rebound pulled down by Schneider and fouled on the rebound. So 2 opportunities to take the lead. Back-to-back possessions with 3s here for the Saints. Neither one falls. As McHarney will come out. Checking in will be sophomore Annie Perry. 5'6" guard from Wareham, Mass. So Holger up the floor now, looks for Schneider. Schneider out at the wing. Van Dyke out to greet her. Across Davidson. Davidson thought about the 3, now pulls down a dribble. Dangerous pass, but corralled by Holger. 8 on the shot clock. Got to get rid of it here. Tries to find David cutting inside and couldn't find her that time. Knocked away, and it's going the other way as St. Lawrence again with a chance to tie or take the lead. As Perry to the outside. Now she's at the top of the arc, and Madison Meyer out to greet her. Kicks corner, looks, finds Perry again. She's wide open for 3. That one's back rimming off, and rebound pulled down by Schneider. So 3 straight 3s for St. Lawrence. None of them have went, and the Thoroughbreds still hang on to this 9-7 lead. And a 9-0 run here, or excuse me, a 7-2 run rather, for St. Lawrence. As again, it was a 7-0 lead early for the Thoroughbreds, and now Davidson from the wing rolls it home, and boy, she has got the hot hand here. She's got 7 already, and it's an 11-7 lead. A little turnaround from the free throw line, and there's a steal. Holger jumps in front. Holger Out to Chambers. Chambers drives the lane with the left, high off the glass and scores. And now Chambers has 4. Skidmore extends that lead a little bit using this press defense. Now Van Dyke, she's trapped in the corner, has nowhere to go with it, awfully close to that baseline, and that's going to be stolen away by Chambers, or at least close to it. It looks like Chambers did have possession of it, but her heel was on that sideline. So, again, aggressive D early on here for the Thoroughbreds as Emmy Plage checks in, as does Sophia Martinez. As Chambers and Horger take a seat. Perry at the top now. Perry across Malley. Malley back to Perry, left side arc. Inside Flynn. Flynn up and under, makes a move, drives the lane and scores. Elizabeth Flynn has 6. Again, Flynn, 5'10", sophomore from Brentwood, Tennessee. She has been the offense for St. Lawrence so far. 3:43 to play in a fast-moving first quarter as Davidson drives baseline now, kicks corner. Emmy Plage, high arcing 3, got it to drop. Emmy's money on that one, and boy, that one hung in the sky for what felt like an eternity and ended up dropping through the net. So 16-9 here, the count. Plage on the board, and can some of the St. Lawrence contingent that made the drive down here today, they're probably just as frustrated with this press as the players are. As here's some grumbling in the crowd right now, and I get it. I mean, this press is nasty, and it's designed to be that way. As again, there's the trap, almost a steal again, and it's going to be a scrum forward in the corner, St. Lawrence ball, as again, Emmy Plage came all the way across court to try to steal that one. So another inbound, this time McCarney back in the game. McCarney tries to break the press, and it's almost stolen by Meyer. Boy, Madison Meyer had a hand on it, but she sticks with it, and the quick hands as she slaps it off the thigh of Nora Neese, and that's out of bounds. So it looks like there's going to be a substitution here. Margaret is going to come in. Again, Margaret Duggar. When we come back from break, timeout St. Lawrence, 16-9, Thoroughbred lead. So Thoroughbreds back in business here. 16-9, 3 minutes to go, opening quarter. Played around to Davidson. Davidson left side arc, teed up very well out there by Duggar. Has to get rid of it, finally does. Gets it to Meyer, who's trapped in the inside, almost left her pivot foot, and it's going to be 3 seconds. Again, nobody was around her that time. She's kind of on an island out there in the middle, and it'll be St. Lawrence ball after the defense of the Saints forces the turnover. It'll be Andy Levitz coming in, giving Madison Meyer a quick breather. 2:51 to play, and again, Skidmore going to run the press. As Kaylin McCarney was able to split 2 and get it out Duggar. Duggar over to McCarney, 16 shot clock now. McCarney coming left, skip pass across, almost threw it away, but it is able to be corralled by Eddie Perry. Perry looking inside, tripped up, and a foul. She was looking for Elizabeth Flynn down low, lost her footing, and saying she tripped over a Skidmore player, so they're going to give that one to Davidson, her first, team's third. And now they inbound to Flynn. Flynn backs it down, puts it up, no, but gets her own rebound and blocked. Emmy Plage was there, and boy, the tenacity of the senior, Emmy Plage. She forced a bad shot, then got the block, then got the rebound. And Skidmore down the floor, and there's Emmy Plage for the offensive rebound. Couldn't put it to go. Gets another one, and then it's ripped away from her. It'll be a foul on the inside. Boy, Emmy Plage is everywhere right now. Again, the senior from Bedford, New Hampshire. Playing her second to last game here in this gymnasium. And well, she's making it count right now as they're saying it's not a foul. It's actually going to be a jump, so that saves Skidmore a little bit here. And St. Lawrence breaks the press and almost throws it away, but able to be corralled by Mason Baker Schlendering. And outside Perry. Perry makes a move. Martinez on her. Kicks over to Duggar. Duggar driving, looking, finding McCarney. McCarney splits two, kicks it across again. There's Annie Perry all alone for three, too strong. And the rebound pulled down by Duggar, though. Another three in the air. That one's short. Bounces down off the ankles of Schneider, and another jump. This time Skidmore ball. St. Lawrence has had a lot of opportunities so far off of, some of the Skidmore mistakes or off of missed shots. Also second chance point opportunities off of their own missed shots where they just have not been able to put it in. This game would be a lot closer. St. Lawrence might even be in front if they were able to capitalize on some of those opportunities. Have not been able to do so yet as Sofia Martinez drives and has it blocked. And again, when you've got Mason Baker Schlendering 6'1", from Freeport, Mass, and you've got Sofia Martinez 5'5", if that. That's 6'1's going to win that one every time as she threw it into the seats, but it will be Skidmore ball here as Martinez driving, tries to put it up. Circus shot behind her head, didn't use the glass, and the rebound comes down to the Saints. And McCarney kicks it out. Perry back out to McCarney again. Looks inside, Schlendering. Back out Duggar. And again, Skidmore's closing out very well on the perimeter right now. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Goes off the foot of McCarney over to Perry. Perry slices through two. Looks inside for Schlendering and a jump. Nicole Jeffrey was in there as well. And again, Jeffrey, the graduate student, the only player above a junior on this St. Lawrence team. And she gets it and scores. So Jeffrey, 5'9", graduate student from Norwich, New York, able to put that one home, and it's a 5-point game here, 16-11, in a high-scoring and pretty action-packed first quarter so far. As Skidmore going to milk this clock a little bit. Martinez has it top of the arc. Now hands off Davidson. Davidson over to Andy Levitz. Levitz coming right, looking inside Schneider. That one's tipped away and out of bounds, and Schlendering got a hand on it, but it's going to stay here. 9.6 to go, opening quarter, 5 on the shot clock. As they get it into Levitz. Levitz drives the lane off the glass, too strong. Rebound down to McCarney. 4 seconds here for St. Lawrence. 1 second, shot is up off the glass, too strong. And that's how the first quarter will end, as Duggar had a good look at it but couldn't get it to go. 16-11 at the end of one. Thoroughbreds in front. We'll be back for the fresh 10 minutes right after this. So Amelia Madola getting her first minutes of this game here as she starts the second quarter. Again, Madola, also a senior, 5'7" from Little Silver, New Jersey. She gets it to Plage. Plage over to Martinez. Martinez takes the screen from Plage, who picks and rolls to perfection, scores the bucket, but the foul came on the floor. Are they going to give her the continuation? No, of course. It looked like they were thinking about it, but that's not something that happens at this level. So it will be Skidmore on the inbound, and a drive up and blocked. But again, stays here. 14 in the shot clock, just underway here in the second. Martinez has had her shot blocked 3 times already. As they get it inside, there's Madola scores. So the senior is on the board here early, 18-11, and again, they're back into that press. They get it across Elizabeth Flynn. Flynn at the perimeter. Looks out in the direction of Izzy Caron, the freshman from Newton, Connecticut. And again, St. Lawrence plays a lot of players. They always keep fresh legs, very deep bench, and that 3 is off the mark. And back down the floor they go. Nice had, again, a pretty good look at it. St. Lawrence has had a couple of pretty good looks as the air ball that time, skies to get it as Plage. Plage a little bit too strong in the putback. St. Lawrence with another opportunity here, still 18-11. As they got Jackie Malley. Malley out to Karen, and that one's a little bit too strong. So, boy, St. Louis not shooting well from behind the arc at all. They're 1 of 9 now from outside, only about 11%. As Madola gets it in the middle, turns, picks up her dribble, finds Chambers. Chambers to Martinez. Martinez, she's off the back of the rim. Skidmore not shooting much better from 3. They're only 2 of 6. And there's a 3 ball. That one's up and good. So finally St. Lawrence able to get something going from 3. Is that one with Izzy Caron, the freshman. So 18-14, 8 minutes to go here in the second. And this game's moving pretty quick. Neither team has really gotten themselves in foul trouble yet. Madola pulls up, missed the shot a little bit too soft on the inside, as didn't put quite enough on that one, and the rebound goes to Plage. She's been everywhere, but then she traveled. So will be St. Lawrence ball here with, again, an opportunity to cut into this lead. Skidmore's led the entire time. Again, they started this game on a 7-0 run. St. Lawrence made it, went on a 7-0 run of their own before Skidmore scored, made it 9-7. That's the closest it's been. As the shot turnaround is up and good, and it's back to 2 again. 18-16 as Mason Baker Schlendering scores. Again, the junior from Freeport, Maine. And 7:29 to go as Madola walks it up the floor now. Madola looks to the wing. Now it's at the elbow. That's Chambers. Chambers back to Madola. Madola is going to drive on Nice. Finds Martinez, who scores. So again, good pass in traffic that time by Madola. And again, just when it looks like St. Lawrence is getting some momentum, Skidmore's got the answer, and another 3 goes awry that time, left it a little bit short. And a foul on the rebound as, again, it was Emmy Plage. Went for the rebound, went for the outlet pass, and just got her wrist grabbed. So it'll be Plage taking the inbound to Martinez. So that's the first foul on St. Lawrence this quarter, and it goes against Kaylin McCarney. That's her first and team's first as they get it in Chambers. Chambers, the stutter step, up and in with the left. The power move for Sarah Chambers. And again, Skidmore continues to keep some cushion on this lead as Mason Schlendering looks inside and kicks it back out again. There's a 3 for Nice. Nice halfway down, that one rattled out, but Mason Baker Schlendering, turnaround, no. Boy, she just reached right over the top of Sarah Chambers that time. But again, it's not going to be a foul because there was no contact made, as there's a three. Andy Levitz, back rim, no. And, boy, that's about as clean as a look as she's had in a couple of games, but a little bit too strong. 22-16 is still the count. 6 minutes to go. Again, this first half flying by here at Williamson. They get it over to McCarney. McCarney, Nice, she wants another three. That one's good. So Nora Nice scores, and it's 22-19. Nice has 6 now. And that abysmal three-point percentage looks a little bit better here. And now that's 2 this quarter for St. Lawrence, and now this time they get a steal of their own. It's going to stay here with the Saints, and that's going to be substitutions. As Baker, Schlendering, Malley, and McCarney check out. Coming in will be Annie Perry, Hannah Van Dyke, and looks like Izzy Karen's going to check back in as that one rattles out. Madison Meyer back in the game as well for the Thoroughbreds, and Meyer grabs the rebound. Becca Horger around to Davidson, top arc. Over to Schneider. Schneider hands off Davidson, sets her feet, wants 3, buries. And boy, she does not have to set her feet for very long. Such a quick trigger by her. She's ready to catch and shoot pretty much every time. And it's 25-19 here. Again, a trap in the corner. And that one's going to be a foul as Izzy Karen had to come back to get it. And I think it was Becca Horger. It was. So Horger bumped her. Gives Skidmore another opportunity here to run this press. Try to get another steal as that one goes off the shin of Madola out of bounds. Nora Nice caught it in the corner, tried to pass it back to Karen, and again went off the leg of Madola. So another fresh shot clock and another opportunity to get this press. This time they break it, however, as they get it to Karen. Izzy Karen corner. Looks for Flynn, and Elizabeth Flynn drives baseline and stepped on that baseline out of bounds. So this tenacious Skidmore defense kind of has the Saints out of sorts here. Again, this was a Skidmore team back in December that held St. Lawrence to the lowest point total of the season. As Madison Meyer scores to extend this lead, it's 27-19 now, and almost another throwaway. Able to corral, however, and Karen's got it out top. Over to Perry. And Perry has it taken away from her. That's Meyer. Meyer up the floor to Horger. Horger jump stop, layup good. And just like that, it's a 10-point game. This lead has ballooned. It was 2 about a minute and a half ago. As again, the Thoroughbreds are right now finding their groove. As it finds Karen, corner, thought about the 3, pulls it down. There's 2 bodies out on her. She's going to find Anna Perry, top arc. Over to Van Dyke. Picks up her dribble, has it stolen away. Madison Meyer again with the quick hands. And she is just a blur out there right now for this Saints team as Meyer finds Schneider. Schneider goes up for the layup and fouled. And again, substitutions coming in here for the Saints. As McCarney checks back in, as does Margaret Duggar. And Davidson wants a 3 right in the eye of Flynn. Got it. 32-19. And that'll be another timeout here for St. Lawrence. Cassie Davidson's got 13. And she's got the hot hand from outside as well. So Skidmore with a 13-point lead here. And it'll be a foul on the inbound. So Meyer picks up her second. She'll take a seat. Andy Levitz checks in, and St. Lawrence going to get another crack at the inbound here. 3:24 to go, opening quarter, opening half rather, 32-19. Thoroughbreds in front as McCarney goes coast to coast here and lays it in. And nobody accounted for the junior, and she just took it the full 93 feet. Josie Cancro in the game as well, sophomore from New Haven, Connecticut. As Madola dribbles, gets in some trouble, finds Schneider out at the arc. Over to Horger. Horger inside Schneider. Schneider down low. Nice pass in space to Davidson. And the up and under pass, and that was about textbook for a center making a pass in traffic. And it's 34-21 here, and be another timeout. Coach Rozier doesn't like it, and I don't think Skidmore's used a timeout yet. They haven't needed to. 34-21, 2:37 to play. So after the timeout, Skidmore with a 34-21 lead here, 2:32 to play in the first half. They look corner inside, Machen Baker Schlendering, and that 6'1" frame created the space and lays it up with the left. She's got 4, and the lead is down to 11, 2:17 to play, as it'll be Levitz. Levitz over to Davidson. Davidson's got 15 already. As Horger gets hung up, has to get it down to Davidson, who uses her body to get it out to Andy Levitz, who wanted the 3. That one's a little bit too strong. And again, another good look at it for Levitz that time. Just not able to get it to drop. And it'll be McCarney. McCarney over to Cancro. Cancro tries to kick it back out, and that one's stolen away. Duggar just had that taken right out of her gullet that time, and it'll be a Skidmore turnover the other way as Schneider not able to hang on. So kind of a frantic pace here for these two. Minute 30 to go. Skidmore still up by 11, 34-23. As there's the drive and the kick to the corner. Wide open for 3. That one's side rim and off. Rebound pulled down by Schlendering, and it's going to be McCarney, drives the lane, couldn't get that one to fall, and boy, that was about as good of a look as she's had all game. And a little bit of physicality on the rebound as well, and it's going to be a foul on Levitz as she just slung Kaylin McCarney to the ground. So Levitz comes out, Chambers checks in, minute 5 to go. Again, it's Josie Cancro, the freshman, taking the inbound. Inbound is a missed shot by Schlendering. Gets her own rebound, finds Neese in the corner. Neese drives baseline off the glass, too strong on that one. Gets her own rebound, tries to put it up off the glass. This time rolls it home. And Nora Neese has 8. Under a minute to play. Lead is 9. It was as high as 13 as Medola wants 3, way short. And the Saints are just going to let it go. Again, St. Lawrence trying to gain a little bit of momentum going into the locker room. Again, that press D, this time broken again. To the corner, Duggar. Duggar caught it above her head, now pulls down the dribble. Over to Nation Baker-Schlendering. 16 now. On the shot clock, that one's too high for McCarney. Becca Horger with the steal. Horger back to Chambers. Chambers has the 3 if she wants it. Instead, gets it out to Horger. 3 on the shot clock, now 2. Up and under move for Horger and scores. And at the buzzer, Becca Horger puts it home, and it's going to be an 11-point lead going into the break. Horger on the board now for this quarter. She's got 4 in the game. A little dramatics going into the locker room here at Williamson. Skidmore 36, St. Lawrence 25.
Once you got off
34%. So as the two teams get set to leave the locker room here, Skidmore has an 11-point lead, 36-25. The Saints shot 34% from the floor at 10 of 29 shooting. Thoroughbreds at 42% at 15 of 35. St. Lawrence was 3 of 16 from behind the arc. Skidmore 4 of 12. Neither team shot the three all that well, although 33% does look a little bit better than 18. Both teams perfect at the line, 2 for 2. St. Lawrence actually leads in the rebound category, 21-18. I know it sure seems like Skidmore's been getting all the rebounds, but a lot of them are offensive on the missed shots from St. Lawrence. But they lead 21-18 in that category, 9-8 in the offensive rebound category, and 12-10 defensively. There's been no ties, no lead changes. Skidmore's led the entire time. Largest lead of this game was 13, 34-21. Skidmore's got 11 assists to St. Lawrence's 8. The Saints in that first half had 10 turnovers. Skidmore with a very good only 5 turnovers on that one. St. Lawrence 9 points off the bench. Skidmore with 7. St. Lawrence 2 blocks. Skidmore 1. Skidmore with 8 steals. A lot of that coming off of that press defense that they run. St. Lawrence with 3 steals. Skidmore, however, has done something that they've really kind of failed to do a lot of this season, and that's take advantage of turnovers. Points off of turnovers. Off of those 10 Skidmore turnovers that they forced from St. Lawrence, 18 points off of turnovers. So pretty much every turnover that they forced, they got a bucket off of. St. Lawrence has Skidmore has the points in the paint advantage, 16-12. Skidmore leads in second chance buckets, 6-2. There were 7 personal fouls on the Thoroughbreds, 4 on St. Lawrence. No technical fouls, and each team had 31 possessions apiece. About 2 minutes to go here. Both teams have now taken the floor for their second half warm-ups, and we'll be back for the start of the second half right after this. So second half underway here. It is going to be the Saints starting off with possession, down by 11. And they got to get something going here. Again, have not had the game that they would have wanted so far here in this one. And again, this was a Skidmore team that held them to their lowest point total of the season so far, 36 the last time these two teams played. Looks like with 25 already that they may beat that, but we'll see how this goes defensively, as again it's going to be an inbound here after the foul on Meyer. So she's now got 3, but she stays in the game. They kick it across Nice to McCarney. McCarney back out to Nice again, who gets bottled up in there, has to get rid of it. Now 4 on the shot clock, 3, 2, now 1 on the shot clock. Nora Nice lets it go with the floater as the shot clock expires and scores. So Nice has 10. The Thoroughbreds now with their first chance at points here in the second half, as Schneider still scoreless so far, as she's going to hand it off out to Davidson, who has the hot hand from 3 at least early on, but missed that one short. And it'll be Nice with the rebound. Back down to McCarney. And McCarney with, an errant pass that time as she looked to the corner trying to find Elizabeth Fling, hung it in the air a little bit too long, and it'll be another Thoroughbred steal. Madison Meyer wants 3, back rim no, and on the rebound attempt, they're going to get the foul. As that'll be on Schneider as she went over the top of Nice that time. So then a 2-0 start here to the second half, and it looks like it's going to be 4-0 here if they can get it to go. But again, it's McCarney as she looked down low trying to find Mason Baker Schlendering, and kind of bounced it a little bit too hard on the bounce pass. Couldn't handle it, and it'll be another Skidmore steal here. So catching a break on that one, as that had textbook layup written all over it. Instead, it'll be a Thoroughbred possession here. Again, in green, coming left to right on your screen. She's able to get it off that Schneider to Madison Meyer. Meyer now picks up her dribble at the free throw line, tries to find the cutting Chambers, and it'll be a shot clock violation there, as again, her and Chambers not on the same page that time. She had to get rid of it a little bit quicker maybe than she would have wanted to. Madison Meyer will take a seat. Coming in will be Emmy Plage. Again, Meyer does have 3 fouls. And they're going to run this press. The press does not look quite the same without Madison Meyer out there, as the interior defense looks good that time. Another St. Lawrence turnover and a steal on the inside, as this time it'll be Chambers. Chambers kicks across. Emmy Plage wants 3, too strong. Rebound McCarney. And it's 36-27, 7:39 to go, as Mason Baker Schlendering gets it, tries to back down Schneider. And then tries to pass it back out to McCarney and gets fouled, and I think that's number 2 on Claudia. Nope, they're going to give it to Chambers. So both players were there. Chambers came over on the help defense, and that's who they're going to give it to. So that's only her second, but it's the team's third here. Again, they're 2 fouls away from being in the bonus, and the 3 from the corner is good. So Jackie Malley cuts it to 6, and it's a 5-0 run to start coming out of the break for the Saints. Thoroughbreds, who have been playing very well in the first half offensively, have kind of stalled out a little bit here, but Cassie Davidson gets them on the board as she takes the screen, drives right, lays it off the glass. She's got 17. Leads back to 8, and there's another steal. Boy, they are well on their way to 20-plus turnovers here. And again, Coach Dan Rozier in his 16th season, one thing he hates is turnovers and hands on the hips right now. Not happy with the sloppy ball movement so far for the Saints, as Schneider inside finds Chambers to the outside right, takes the screen again, turns, spins, too strong, but she's going to the line. And I believe they're going to give that one to Flynn. So Elizabeth Flynn gets her first, team's first. 6:35 to go here in the third quarter. His first free throw is good for Chambers. Lead is back to 9. Second free throw for the senior rattles around and down. So she's got 8. Lead is back to 10, 40-30. 6:33 to go. Here in this third quarter is McCarney able to break the press herself. Gets it up the floor, almost threw it away, but Nora Nice able to pull it out of the sky. Drives baseline, finds Baker Schlendering inside to Malley. Malley for 3, no. And that's going to be a Skidmore rebound. And again, maybe a quick shot. St. Lawrence really needs to take good shots. I know that time is, not necessarily, in their favor. I mean, they're down 10. There's still plenty of time to go, I suppose. But they're trying to get back into this thing quickly, and they're just not producing from behind the arc with another missed three there. The offensive rebound does go out, however, to O'Malley, who finds McCarney, who misses a three of her own, but another offensive rebound pulled down. Saints a little bit more aggressive on the glass this half as McCarney down low missed that one, and it's going to be pulled down by Schneider. Schneider out to Davidson. Davidson, stutter step, right up against Nice. Back out to Schneider, who finds Chambers. Back to Horger. They're going to slow it down now. Under 6 to play, third quarter. Horger picks up her dribble at the free throw line. Back to Chambers. Chambers to Davidson inside, and she's fouled. And Thoroughbreds have found something here as they're attacking the glass and trying to get St. Lawrence into some foul trouble as Chambers will check out. Martinez will come in. It looks like Schneider's going over to talk to the sideline for a minute here, and some substitutions for the Saints as well as Nicole Jeffrey comes in as first free throw is missed for Davidson. Also Annie Perry in the game for the Saints. The second one's good. So missed the first one badly, makes the second, leads back to 11, and after a 5-0 run to start this quarter, Skidmore's got a little run of their own here, and it leads back to 11. 5 minutes to play, third quarter. Malley out to Perry. Perry slices through, finds Nice. Nice sideline, kicks out Malley, back to Flynn. Flynn over to Nice, who's open for three, rattles out. Boy, that one was halfway down, but the rebound is pulled down by Malley. And boy, they're really crashing the glass a little bit better here in this second half as Perry inside has it stolen away from her. And the fever pitch so far is, I mean, if you love defense, this is the game for you. Is both these teams just intense on defense right now here in this second half. 4:22 to play, still an 11-point lead, 41-30 Thoroughbreds in front. As there's the drive up and under for Horger, too strong. Rebound pulled out of the sky by Nicole Jeffrey. Now Nora Nice. Nice over to Perry. Back to Nice again. Nice to the corner. Jeffrey dribbles off her own foot. It's going to be Martinez. Takes it coast to coast. Missed the layup. And boy, an easy one that time for Sofia Martinez. One she's going to want back as a chance to extend this to 13. Instead, it's going to be a three the other way. Rattles around and off. And a rebound for Plage. And she's fouled. And boy, neither team able to buy a bucket here in the last 2 minutes. As back and forth we go. Good looks at it from both sides. Obviously, the one for Martinez should have dropped. That was about an easy of a fast break layup as you're going to get. And then another good three attempt that time by Nice. Again, wide open, had a good look at it, just couldn't put it home. And again, it's 41-30 here. Under 4 to play in the third. It's Martinez. Walks it up to Horger. Horger over to Severino, who's in the game now. Melissa Severino hands off Plage. Now back to Severino again, who drives left and puts it home, gets a little bit of a roll and some help from the rim, and it leads back to 13, matching the highest it has been. 43-30 now. Annie Perry breaks that press. Crossed away Nice. Nice back to Perry. Perry across Nice. Nice tries to split two defenders, has it poked away from her, able to get it back. 12 on the shot clock. Back to Perry. And Perry was looking for Flynn. Flynn was supposed to be cutting to the basket. I think that's what Annie Perry thought she was going to be doing, and instead threw it to nobody. But two Skidmore players did converge down on it to try to get the steal and couldn't. So it will stay here as it went off the fingertips out of bounds of Severino. Perry back out to Nice again. Nora Nice drives through the lane, puts it up on the floor, the foul. So 3 seconds on the shot clock, and they're going to refresh the shot clock here as that's the fourth team foul, first on Martinez. And with a fresh 20 on that big red clock, it'll be Saints ball again, down by 13. 2:47 to play in the third. Inbound goes to Nora Nice. Nice over to Perry. Inside Van Dyke. Van Dyke back to Perry. She wants three. It looks like her foot was on the line. Wouldn't have mattered anyway as she missed it. And it's going to be almost a turnover. Horger does a good job of corralling, gets it back to Martinez. 2:26 to play. As there's the drive, Martinez gets fouled, and boy, she loves playing that isolation, going from the three-point line to the basket in the blink of an eye. Is checking out will be Jackie Malley. Coming in will be Margaret Duggar. And the inbound to Martinez over to Horger, who takes the screen. Horger out to Severino. Back to Martinez. 2 minutes to play now. Just north of 2 minutes to play here in the third. Nice pass in traffic for Martinez, who finds Plage. And that's the largest lead of the afternoon here for the Thoroughbreds, up by 15, 45-30. And they're still going to run that press, though not as tenaciously as they did in the first. As they get it over to Nice. Nice on the right side to Van Dyke. Van Dyke back to Nice. Had to kind of jump to corral that one. And she puts it up from 18, no. And the rebound goes to Van Dyke, but she went over the back. So Van Dyke picks up her second. As Levitz will come in for Horger, and checking in here for Chambers will be the 6'1" Jenny Shine, the freshman. That's also the 5th team foul on St. Lawrence, so it'll be free throws here for the remainder of this quarter. The first one for Plage rattles around and off. So Emmy Plage, jersey number 5, has 5 points on the night, looking to make it 6, and does. So 6 for Emmy. Now they're going to step up this press a little bit. As Plage to Perry. Perry gets fouled. So that's 5 also on the Thoroughbreds. So that's going to send Annie Perry to the line. Still looking for her first points of this contest, and she gets the first one from the line. That's 1 for Perry. Second free throw is right down Broadway, so Perry gets her first 2. Now a timeout for the Thoroughbreds here. First one it seems like they've used all game. Minute 29 to go here in the third, 46-32. All Thoroughbreds here. We'll be back.
Basement.
So coming out of the timeout, Thoroughbreds still holding on to a good lead here. 46-32, minute 9 to play. Martinez. Fadeaway didn't touch anything, but the rebound comes down to Severino. Because it didn't touch anything, shot clock is waning. And it'll be Martinez, who missed the shot there, but gets her own rebound again. So caught St. Lawrence sleeping and then finds Levitz at the top, and she traveled. So, again, the aggression play that time, the effort play for Skidmore doesn't come to fruition as, boy, Martinez touched the ball on all three possessions. Well, I guess not possessions, but all 3 times in that possession. And they still come away with nothing. 46-32 here, under a minute to play, 43 seconds. Get it across on the pass to Molly Cavini. And Duggar wants the 3, back rim, no. And a good box out that time, but Mason Baker-Schlendering still able to go get it. Duggar's got it again. 25 seconds now. Kicks the cross. That's Duggar. Duggar wants 3. That one doesn't drop. And boy, they are really wanting to try to get back into this game from behind the arc. But right now, 4 of 24 from outside. Only 16% are the Saints. As they look inside again, that's Cavani. As Cavani tries to get it inside and decided to take it herself. Faked the pass, went for it herself, and lost the handle on it. Now 3 seconds, 2 seconds. That's going to be Martinez. Has to get rid of it here. Does at the buzzer. Can't roll it home. Boy, she had another pretty good look at it. But again, Martinez, one of the smaller players, not just in this game, but possibly in the conference, has no qualms with driving right towards the rim and taking the tough shot. That time she missed it, but Thoroughbred still up by 14. 46-32 here, the fresh 10 to play. So fourth quarter underway here. And it's going to be a turnover for the Thoroughbreds as they get things going. And again, Skidmore is trying to milk this lead as much as possible here and try to come away with what will seal a spot in the conference tournament for them, as Madison Meyer went unimpeded to the rack that time and missed the shot, but going to be a foul on the rebound attempt. So that'll be on Chambers, her third. It'll be team's first here of this quarter. The Saints are going to get it back again. Schneider is going to try to block the inbound on Perry, but they're able to get it in, break the press, and down low to Neese. Oh, excuse me, that's Flynn, rather. Neese was in on it, but she wasn't the one who caught it, so inside was Flynn, and she's got 8. 46-34 here. Lead back to 12. And a foul inside. So there's the drive. Meyer on the inbound. She couldn't get it to go. That's back-to-back layups missed for Madison Meyer. As they kick it across, this time it is Nora Niche. She's got it at the three-point line, tries to dribble in herself, backs it back out down low to Mason Baker Schlendering, who scores with the left. She's got 6. The lead's cut back to 10, and just like last quarter, St. Lawrence with a little bit of a run here to try to keep themselves in the game. Again, Thoroughbreds went nearly 3 minutes without a bucket before going on a 5-0 run to extend the lead and didn't look back. Again, the Thoroughbreds cannot afford to let St. Lawrence get back into this one as they get the moving screen and a foul. So, again, St. Lawrence chipping away here, can cut this to single digits on this possession. And that's going to be on Chambers. That's her 4th, so she'll come out. Emmy Plage checking back in. So the senior's going to take a seat here for the final 8 minutes. I don't think she'll be out the full 8 minutes, but probably a good majority of that. As Nice gonna bring it up the floor herself. Finds Perry, wants 3, rattles around and off. Rebound pulled down by Flynn and put home. And Flynn's got 10. So Flynn and Nice both with 10. Lead has been cut to single digits here. It was 16 at one point. It's now down to 8. As they get it inside, Schneider in the end one. There's a drive by Madison Meyer, finds Claudia Schneider, who had not scored up until that point. Able to take the contact, lay it home, and boy, Skidmore needed that one. Brings it back to 10 here with a chance to make it 11 at the charity stripe. Schneider hits the free throw. So 3 the old-fashioned way for Schneider. Back to 11 here with 7:30 to play. Annie Perry up the floor. And it's thrown away as Molly Cavani looked for the 6'1" Mason Baker Schlendering inside and overthrew her. It's tough to overthrow Schlendering, but she did it, and it's going to be substitutions here as McCarney checks back in. As does number 13, Emily Wendt, freshman from East Amherst, New York. As that's going to be Davidson, up and under move, no. That one's poked back into the hands of Madison Meyer, who's going to run it back out, and I think there's a shot clock issue here as the refs blew it dead. I think the ref, who had a pretty clear look at the scoreboard there, I think he said that it touched the rim and should be reset. Shot clock didn't actually reset. Okay, now they are going to reset it. So they're going to put it back to 18 here. And they decided that about 2 seconds had went off the shot clock. So Skidmore actually catching a bit of a break here as they add 7 more seconds on. As Meyer has to get it in and throws it away as he tried to find Schneider. That one's taken away by Flynn. And down the floor, McCarney. McCarney to Nice. Left side arc now. Did very well by Schneider out there. Cross court pass. Dangerous pass by Nice. And it's pulled out of the sky by Horger. And those skip passes are a coach's nightmare. With 6:46 to play here. Another turnover for the Saints. And it has not been their day in that department. As that one's up and off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Flynn. 18 turnovers already here for the Saints, and still 6 minutes and 23 seconds left to play. As there's the drive and the kick corner. That one is poked away from Wendt by Davidson. It's going to stay here. So went inside to Neese. Neese now runs it back out to the three-point line, then steps in, puts it up, didn't touch anything. McCarney the rebound. Up and under with a couple of green jerseys around her and fouled. McCarney got that rebound seemingly out of nowhere. I mean, she was out near the three-point line when the shot was taken, and then by the time it reached the basket, she was directly underneath it. McCarney's first three is good. She makes a pair. There's a miss by Meyer. It's a 9-point game here with just under 6 to play as the Saints trying to rally back into this one. It has been all thoroughbreds for the majority of this game, but so far it seems like they just can't buy a bucket here. It's an 8-3 Saint advantage here in this quarter as they look down low to Schlendering, who puts it off the glass, and it's a 7-point game, 49-42. Again, a low-scoring game here. It's been a defensive battle all game long. Neither team is shooting exceptionally well from outside, but Skidmore trying to hold on here, and there's a steal. As the freshman takes it away from Schneider, and you hate to say that maybe Skidmore's taking their foot off the gas a little bit, but I mean, they were up by 16 about 5 minutes ago, and now all of a sudden it's down to 7, but there's a block as Emmy Plage gets it back here for the Thoroughbreds. Under 5 to play, 49-42, and what was trending to be kind of a lopsided victory all of a sudden turned into a game again as Meyer missed that one. Emmy Plage pulls down the rebound all alone and puts it home, and nobody was there for the box out. Another timeout for Skidmore, so back to 9 here as Plage scores. As Coach Bostic wants to talk it over here with the final 4:38. We'll be back.
Substitution for the Saints. Number 23, Andy Perry, back in the game.
So St. Lawrence comes down the floor and turns it back over again. That's number 20 on the day for them. 51-42, 4:18 to play here. Skidmore trying to hang on as Schneider pulls up from the free throw line and scores. So she's got 5, because she had made the one at the line. So 5 for Schneider now. 53-42 lead back to 11. It feels a little bit better than 7 did just a minute ago, but still got some work to do here to close this one out as driving baseline is Kaylin McHenry, and that's going to be a foul on Davidson. So her second, team's 4th. As Davidson was trying to get in the way of McCarney driving. McCarney gets the inbound, however. And Malley wants 3 hits. So Jackie Malley on the pass from McCarney that time as they swung it around the perimeter. She was open in the corner. It's 53-45 now, under 4 to play. And they get it in Schneider. Schneider down low, somehow got it to go. Had trouble holding on to it at first, but was able to rip it away and just kind of flip it up and score. Leads back to 10 here. Again, St. Lawrence not out of this thing yet, but they've got to get some buckets and some stops as Malley looks down low to Schlendering, and that one's poked away by Plage, who has been ultra aggressive all game long. That's a foul. So Madison Meyer picks up her 4th personal. Team's 5th, so it'll be McCarney at the line. She hits the first. McCartney's got 5 on the afternoon. So she hits a pair. 55-47. Under 3 to play. And this is what you love about the Liberty League. Every game, for the most part, is a barn burner as Madison Meyer drives the lane. She's got to be careful with 4 fouls. Offensive foul will send her to the bench as well, but that time it's going to be defensive, so they're going to give that one to Annie Perry. Her first, team's 3rd. Meyer at the line here can bring it back to 10 with 2 free throws. First one's good. Second one right down the middle. Got that one to go. And it'll be a foul inside on the Thoroughbreds. And the first free throw is good, so McCarney has really made a living at the line here in the second half. This will be her 6th free throw, and she's made them all. So 57-49. Lead is 8 with 2:36 to play. Madison Meyer backs it out to Plage. Plage to Horger. Horger fights Schneider. Back to Meyer. Meyer takes the screen. Right past Perry. Up with the left. No. That one's tipped and corralled by Flynn. And here come the Saints here, trying to claw their way back into this thing. 2 minutes to play. The layup's up and good, and that's Flynn. Elizabeth Flynn scores, and just like that, we have a ball game again, folks. 57-51. The lead is 6 with 2 minutes to play. So out of the timeout. Again, Skidmore just trying to hold on here. They led by as many as 16 today. It's a 6-point game right now, and it's going to be a kick ball as it goes off the foot of Flynn. And Thoroughbreds looking for their 4th straight win. It would all but guarantee them a winning record in conference, as well as a spot in this conference tournament, presumably the 4th seed, possibly the 3rd, depends on how the rest of the chips fall in the Liberty League this weekend. As Horger gets it out, Davidson. Davidson over to Plage. 3 on the shot clock, has to get rid of it. Plage off the glass, no. Rebound down to McCarney. Minute 31 to play. McCarney across to Perry. Back to McCarney, back to Perry again on the right side, and Madison Meyer goes down and gets it, and it's going to be a steal. As she pokes it away, finds Plage, and boy, that was very close to being a jump ball. Instead, it's going to be Thoroughbred possession, and it'll be Meyer fouled outside by Perry. So Annie Perry picks up her 2nd. As Malley comes out for Van Dyke, and Nora Neese going to replace Perry. So that's 4 team fouls on the Saints, so it won't be free throws here. It'll be an inbound, and Madison Meyer tried to find Schneider, who was D'd very well by Schlendering there, and threw it away. So a minute to play. Again, a 6-point Thoroughbred lead. A defensive stand here could put it away, but a 3 would be devastating for the Thoroughbreds, as they have to play as good a defense as they played all game at the line, and that's going to be offensive foul as Annie Perry used the hip to push off. Coach Roger doesn't like it, as she was just trying to create a little bit of separation. And it'll be Skidmore ball here again with 50 seconds, and you got to think that they're going to foul, at least maybe not right away, but pretty soon. As they go for the steal, no. And that's going to be a foul as Horger gets bumped on the screen, and that'll be foul number 5 and a set of free throws. So Thoroughbreds can seemingly put this game away at the charity stripe. First one, good. So she hits a pair. 37 seconds to go, and knocked away. It'll stay here with the Saints. It'll be Jackie Malley inbounding to McCarney. And Kayla McCarney has Schneider on her. That's a speed mismatch, but able to get it down low to Schlendering, who scores with the left. They haven't used her nearly enough today with that size advantage on the inside that they have. And instead it'll be Madison Meyer who gets fouled and takes a trip to the line here. 59-53, 27 seconds to go, and we're going to have a free throw game here for the remainder. First one's good. And Meyer hits them both. So now it's 61-53. A win here, and Thoroughbreds are going to improve to 13-11 on the year, 11-6 in conference, and win their 4th straight as Meyer hits the deck pretty hard, as Davidson did as well. Davidson got back up. Meyer's still down, but now is helped up and appears to be okay. 5 seconds to go here, and that's pretty much going to seal it as the Skidmore defense did what it needed to do. Yes, they got the foul late, and it's going to put Elizabeth Flynn at the line, but it's not quite going to be enough here for the Saints with this valiant comeback effort that they had. As Chambers will foul out here with 5 seconds left, and Plage will come back in. So Flynn's got 12 points on the night. Can make it 14 here. Skidmore is also going to win their 6th straight game against St. Lawrence. Go to 18-27 in this rivalry. The Saints are going to drop to 15-9 overall, 9-8 in conference play. And tomorrow's going to be very interesting as they travel to RPI. And that's going to do it. Skidmore hangs on 61-55, and they're rolling at the right time here with conference play right around the corner. Again, Thoroughbreds 61, Saints 55. Stay tuned as we get set for the men's game. Right after this, St. Lawrence and Skidmore.